So now we will see attribute selectors in CSS. So guys, it is possible to style the HTML elements that have specific attributes or the attribute values. So far we have seen the IDs or the class names that we have used as the CSS selectors in order to identify the HTML elements, but we can also use the attribute selectors over here. So basically this is the syntax. First of all, we use the tag and then followed by the square bracket, and then inside that we can use the attribute name and also the value that we can use in order to identify a particular HTML element. So guys, let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code over here. So simply I am going to remove the previous lines of code that we had written inside the HTML and the style.css files over here. Now guys, what we are going to do is simply we are going to have the paragraph tag in this case. So guys, we have a very simple statement, that is, this is paragraph 1 over here, and for this paragraph tag let us have the title attribute as well, and we are going to have the title, that is para over here. Now guys, similarly we are going to have more paragraph tags over here. So I am going to copy these lines of code in this case, and simply we are going to have this is paragraph 2, and then we have this is paragraph 3, and then we have this is paragraph 4 over here. And then guys, we are also going to update the title in this case. So let's say we have para 2 over here, and let's say simply we are going to say title in this case as the title attribute, and let's say for the fourth paragraph we don't have the title attribute over here. So guys, these are the 4 different paragraph tags which are having different statements, and they are also having the title attributes. The last paragraph is not having any of the title attribute over here. Now guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, we have all these 4 paragraphs that are getting displayed with the statements that we have defined inside the HTML files over here. Now guys, what we have to do is, let's say we want to identify those paragraphs which are having the title attribute over here, and we want to have the background color as yellow for those paragraphs over here. So guys, in such problem statement we can use the attribute selector over here and check whether the paragraph is having the attribute, that is title in this case. So simply inside the style.css file, first of all we are going to have the background color for all the 4 paragraphs over here. So simply for the p tag we have to define the background color CSS property in this case, and the value that we use is yellow over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, all the 4 paragraphs are now having the background color as yellow color now. Now guys, what we will do is we will color only those paragraphs with the background color as yellow which is having the title attribute. So simply we are going to modify this particular style.css file in such a way that for this existing CSS property, that is for the existing CSS selector over here, that is the p tag, we are going to provide open and close square brackets over here, and inside the square brackets we are going to provide the title attribute. So guys, what is the meaning of this? So only those p tag, that is the paragraph tag which is having the title attribute, should be provided the CSS property, that is the background color as yellow color over here, and the rest of the paragraphs should not have the background color. So guys, initially we have seen that all the 4 paragraphs were having the background color, but in this case, since the 4th paragraph is not having the title attribute, so the 4th paragraph will not have the background color now, since we are only selecting those paragraphs which are having the title attribute over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the first, second and third paragraphs are now having the background color as yellow. The 4th paragraph is not having the background color now, and in this way you can simply use the open and close square brackets over here and provide one of the attributes that must be present inside that particular HTML tag in order to provide the CSS properties based on your requirements. So guys, this is a simple example as far as the attribute selector is concerned. Now guys, we have certain more examples as well. Apart from this attribute, that is the title, we can also provide the value of that particular title. So let's say inside the style.css file, what we do is let's say for this first paragraph over here, which is having the title equal to para, only this particular paragraph should be having the background color as yellow. So what we can do is simply we provide the title attribute and then followed by equal to, and then we provide the value that is para over here. So guys, basically what this means is only those paragraphs which is having the attribute that is title with a value that is para should have these CSS properties that are defined over here. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, only the first paragraph is now getting the background color as yellow. That's because this particular condition is getting satisfied with only the first paragraph, since that is the title value that is present over here. So guys, this is another example of the attribute selection. Apart from this, we can also use attribute followed by this particular symbol and then equal to, and then we can provide the value. So basically it will check whether the tag contains the value word or not. So guys, what we can do is simply inside the style.css file, we can use this particular symbol over here, and this expression is going to check whether the title attribute is containing the para word or not. So how many paragraphs that are having the title attribute is having the para word over here? We can see that paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 are having the title with a word that is para, that is present as the value of the title attribute. So guys, 1 and 2 paragraphs should be having the background color over here in this case. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 are now having the background color as yellow color over here. So guys, apart from this, we can also have the attribute and then followed by the raised to symbol and then equal to symbol followed by the value, which means the attribute should start with the value that is getting provided over here. Apart from this, we also have this dollar symbol, which means that the attribute should end with this particular value, and also we have the star character over here, which means the attribute contains the value over here. Now guys, what is the difference between this particular symbol and the star symbol over here? So let us check that. So basically we have checked whether this title is containing this word para or not, and based on this condition, the first and the second paragraph were having the background color as yellow. But guys, let us say we only provide the substring from this particular word. So let's say we remove the last a character and then we provide par. So basically, can we use this in order to have the background color for both these paragraphs over here? So let us check that. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we don't have any background color for any of the paragraphs. So guys, what we have done is this particular symbol, it checks whether the entire word is present for that particular attribute or not, but this word is not present. But if you want to use the substring from any of the word, which means this par substring is present in both the paragraphs, that is paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, then you can use the star character over here. So basically we can use the star character followed by equal to, and then we can provide the substring of any of the word that is present as the value for that particular attribute of the HTML element. So now guys, if we save this file and try reloading this page once again on the browser, as you can see, the title that is par is present in both, that is paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, and this is the substring that is getting matched over here, and that is why we are having the background color as yellow for both of these paragraphs. So guys, in this way you can use the attribute selectors over here. So guys, apart from this, the other two attribute selectors, that is attribute starts with and the attribute ends with, you can try on your own as a homework for you. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is an exercise on alignment, pseudo classes, combinators and the attribute selectors. So stay tuned.